Hey, welcome everybody. It's Crazy Sammy here. We're getting ready to start on some modded Minecraft, Project Ozone Lite on XP Crafted's patron server. And what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do a little setup for a new source of power. We're getting ready to get into the part of the mod pack where we're gonna need large amounts of RF. And most people, they've been going with extreme reactors in this pack, and I want to do a little something a little different. We're going to go with Mekanisms fusion reactor. So we're going to be doing that, and while we do that, we're going to be setting up some evaporation towers and stuff like that. What you're going to need is you're going to need some thermal evaporation blocks. We're going to need a lot of them. Just a few handful of valves and 6 controllers. We're going to just set up 6 towers for now, see how that works. Then you're going to need 24 advanced solar generators, and the rest of the stuff we'll be getting to here shortly. It's all part of the setup process. Then we're going to need speed upgrades and energy upgrades and sound muffling upgrades and filters and all that kind of stuff. And I also like to take a little bit of what I enjoy doing with you guys, or actually for you guys. I don't enjoy sitting there watching you guys watch me fly over here, over to my crafting terminal, and then we sit there and go bronze and we go, okay, so we start making the bronze and we start doing all that. And I don't enjoy I don't mind showing you guys how to make things. Like I'll explain the recipes and stuff like that, and then I go ahead and build it. And then what I really enjoy doing is explaining to you guys why I built it that way, how it works, and if you guys have any questions, then to ask me that way. So that way there, it's just, you're not watching me build, unless we're building like a big house or something like that, and that's cool. But for the most part, you guys know how to click blocks down and do all that stuff. I like getting in and explaining why things are done for you guys. That's kind of why I've been doing things the way that I do. I mean, I didn't show you guys how I built all this. You're right, because it's just blocks. But afterwards, I think I did a pretty good job of explaining, why I did things the way I did and all that good stuff. I still got to explain these here, which we'll get to. We'll get to here shortly. And then from there yeah. So let's get back over to this area over here, and I'll explain why I picked this area over here and why this big black ring's around here. Well, I picked this area here because it's a desert biome, and the evaporators get a bonus from the desert biome, so they produce just a little bit more of the fluids that we're going to need and all that good stuff. And the fluids that we're going to need in this one here are brine, which is made in the thermal tower. Then we use brine again in another thermal tower to make liquid lithium, which is what we're going to need to make the fuels for the fusion reactor. So give me a few minutes here. I'll get the 3 towers set up, and then I'll explain on why I did what I did, and then we'll go from there. So if you guys give me a few minutes, I'll be right back and we'll get going with things. Okay, everyone, we're back, and as you can see, we got a full tower here. It's 4x4, as you can see. I set it down into the ground one, so we go like this, and then I just put it down one like that. And then we just fill it in like this. And we go ahead and Just use our wand. Then once you get that in, the rest of it is like this. It's got a 2x2 hollow in the center, all the way up. And then I just make it, we make it 18 tiles tall. That's including the bottom one down here. Then what? Then once we're up here, are we one too tall? Yeah, we are, aren't we? I miscounted. No, we're not. Yeah, yeah, I counted right. Then we just go ahead and break these ones here, because these towers operate off heat. So they've got to have some form of heat. And I chose to use the advanced solar cells from Mekanism. Each tower takes 4. So then we just come up here. We just place them down in the corners. There we go. Now these towers will cool down at night, so we'll have to be wary of that. Now, one thing you guys may I gotta tear this one down. Doggone it. Yep, I went. We've got to move that glowstone, but that's okay. I'll take care of that. I only want a 1 space gap between them, and that's what you want. That's what I got it set out for. But one thing I did forgot to tell you about. You guys are probably wondering why I lined this in obsidian. Well, I did that because if we stand right here, we hit F9 twice, we notice this area here is all in one chunk. Because when setting up the reactor, we want to pretty much try as hard as you can to keep this in one chunk. It just works better that way from everything that I understand, and it's the way I'd like doing it. And we don't want any of the mechanism pipes or anything on button up right next to the chunk border, because it can cause a little problem with the mechanism pipes remembering everything. Then, so now back to the construction of the tower. Once we get here, we're going to want to just punch that out right there. Then we want to place a controller in there. Punch that out. Punch that out. Yeah. Pick those up. And then just put the valves in there. The reason why I do this is we're going to extract from the bottom and insert the water on the top. And we'll do the same thing on the last one. So go ahead and give me a few minutes and I'll clean this mess up, and then I'll go ahead and show you guys how we set everything else up. So yeah, give me a few minutes and I'll be right back. Thanks now. Okay everyone, we're back here. As you can tell, I got the tower set up. We're going to use the Ender IO reservoir, which to make the reservoir, it's just some fused quartz wrapped around a cauldron again. And it gives us 4, so 1 craft gives us enough for each of them. And then we're going to go ahead and use the Ender IO Ender fluid conduits. Now these ones here are a little different because they use vibrant alloy and a fused quartz or a pressurized fluid conduit. What they do is they'll pull out 200 millibuckets a tick and instantly transport it, and it allows multiple fluids, which we don't need to worry about right now. But I think we're going to get a little better. Actually, you know what? We may want to check real fast. Let's see here. Heat, fluids. Well, let's make some. Let's make 64. There we go. Let's craft them up here. Oh, no, we're using these. These are a lot better. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and use the mechanism pipes because these here will move 6 buckets a tick versus 800 millibuckets a tick. So yeah, these are a lot better. So then we need our configurator. There we go. We'll just move those out of the way. Then we just set that to pull, push that to push, set that to pull, push, push, and now what that's doing is it's filling this up with water, and as you can see, we're producing brine. Uh-oh. We'll be right back. It looks like we have a little problem. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that little lag on the client there. But as we come back, as you can see, we're making brine. It's going in there just as fast as we can make it, and we're making 18 or 20 millibuckets a tick. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to take these like this, bring them from here. We'll have to go through and reconfigure them here in just a second. Oops. And there we go. And then what we'll do is we'll bring them all out here and put it all into this one here. Whoops. And actually we need to, because we want to pull out the bottom, insert in the top. There we go. Just because it makes it easier to pull stuff out. Oops. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and allow these to fill up first. So that way this starts catching up with the water, which it's doing right now. So we're making 2 millibuckets a tick, which, you know, is going pretty good. And then we come back here. And there we go. We're all filled up. This one's filling up. It should be full here in just a second. Now, as you can tell too, I didn't fit the 6 in here like I wanted to. Yeah, the reason for that is, well, you have to have 2 spaces in between each one, and I thought you only had to have 1. And they can't be touching next to each other either. So because of the solar panels up here, you have to have 2 spaces. In other words, they overlap, and they don't fit. We're just going to go ahead and put some torches up here just because we don't want mobs spawning. There we go. So we get those placed down, and then once these here get pretty full with water, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and pull that out like so, and like so. Now that's coming in here, and give it a second. It's thinking. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing this. There we go. And now we're making brine. Or lithium, liquid lithium, which we're going to need for the fuels that we need. Which is for tritium, which will be running through a solar neutron activator. Now the thing about the solar neutron activator is it needs direct sunlight to access. That's why these towers here in the solar neutron activators will all be upstairs where it's direct light. Everything else will be able to come down here and build everything else down below it to make it as tall and everything as we need. So there we go. So we got that going. We're just going to go ahead and watch this, make sure that we're producing a good amount of brine, make sure that everything's going good. It looks like it. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like we'll be okay here. The water's not keeping up. We may have to put a second one of these on each one. This is my first time using these for this. I used to use the kitchen sinks from cooking with blockheads. They worked awesome for this. But okay, everyone, we're back. We had a little problem going on. We ended up having to use the Mekanism pumps, electric pumps, and it takes 3 of them to keep up with the full tower to keep it topped off, and we're producing 85 millibuckets a tick, and it's going up. As long as it's daylight, it'll keep going up. And since we went ahead and had to change everything around, I went ahead and we made this in a 2-chunk area. So that way there we've got exact mirrors right over here. So everything's run the same way. We've got 3 pumps on each one. Not 4 pumps there, but 3 pumps there, and 3 pumps keeps up just fine. So that way there, we'll have double the production of lithium. Now from the lithium, I've got them going into these quantum tanks. As you can see, we've got 1.4 million buckets, millibuckets. So that's I don't know, 14,000 buckets. So I think we'll be doing okay on the lithium production. There's other things that we're going to need lithium for too. So what we're going to do is we're going to be setting up the solar neutron arrays right here. I think we're going to set up 4 here and then 4 over here, and I think that'll give us enough play to get everything to work and see how it does. So we're just going to come over here, grab 4 of these, pop them down right there. Come over here. Well, we'll set it up over here. So we'll just go there. We go. Go like that. And I'm not sure if these connect through the back or not, so we'll go ahead and find out. No, they do not. So we're gonna have to find out. They probably connect through the front, which is okay, but then we got to figure out where we get the go juice out from it. Nope, they don't. Let's see here. Let's see here. Empty. We want fluids, so we set it up to configure fluids. Nope. I wonder, do they go in through the bottom? Which they very well could, so we'll just give it a try. Yeah, some of this stuff is my first time setting up too. I've never set one of these up before, like I said. So we're setting it up together. Wow. Yeah, because this is a fluid. We need to change it into a gas. That's it. Yep. So we're going to need a rotary condensator. Which isn't too bad. See, it's just a couple of that stuff. So we'll just make a energy tablet. Basic fluid tank, a basic gas tank. There we go. I guess we should have made 2 of them, huh? There we go. We'll drop another one off. And another tank. There we go. We got 2 of them now. So then we'll set this one down right like that. We'll go ahead and put the looks like we got it backwards. So we'll set it down just like that. Then we're going to need some gas lines. So let's see here. So then we'll just go back into here because we set these all up earlier. We'll make 64 of these. There we go, they're starting to come up. So we got those, so we just go like this. Oh, yeah. I bet you guys saw that. I was testing you. I was just testing you to see if you're, there we go, yeah. And we're going to be deconcentrating. So this here is turning a liquid into a gas. We're going to need some energy. So we'll just come over here and steal some energy from one of these. We'll steal some energy from that cube right there. So looks like we got to make ourselves some more binders. So then we just go there we go. Bring this over like this. And there we go, we're producing lithium gas. And it looks like it's just going to take a little bit. We're going to need some more speed upgrades, which yep, there we go. So we'll go ahead and insert those. We got our energy upgrades. And once these are done, we'll get those put in. Okay, there we go. Now we're starting to get gas. Yep, we're starting to get gas. That's actually a good thing in this one. So we go like that. We're going to put the speed upgrades in this. And let's see here. Yeah, we got direct access to the sky. maybe it needs to go in the bottom like we were saying, so we'll just go ahead and so yeah, let's just try this. Okay, there we go. We got that. There we go. Much better. Yeah, it's got to go on the bottom and out the top. And we're going to go ahead and get ourselves some. I know you guys are all going, oh, he thinks he meant to do that. Oh, no, I did. I was testing you. Yeah, that's what I was doing, testing. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go, we're going to craft 4 of these. Oops, there we go. And we're just going to go like this, and there we go. We're getting all those in. Let's see how we're doing on, see if we're keeping up. Looks like we're keeping up on our lithium production, so that's good. And what we need to do is we need to make sure we make enough of that, enough of this gas to last through the night, because you got to remember these only work during the day. All 8 of these, well, actually it'll be all 16 of these items will only work during the day. Well, guys, you want to know what? I think we've got actually quite a bit set up today. I'm not happy that we had to change the scope of what we were doing so much. So between now and the next episode, I'm going to go ahead and get 4 more of these ultimate gas tanks made. And then I'm going to go ahead and get the neutron things set up over here. And another rotary condensator. And 8 more of those gas tanks. And then we'll come through and we'll set up the other side, which is heavy water production. And start combining the stuff to get ready to fire up our fusion reactor. And then the episode after that, we'll be building the reactor and probably firing her up. So sit right back, enjoy yourselves, and we'll talk to you guys a little later. Now, bye-bye.